Extreme First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus. WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of skycams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong. Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's been quite an eventful weekend with the winter storm that came through, but luckily it is off to the east and we are done with it, at least the precipitation part of it. Now we've got Arctic air that has moved in, and that is providing us with dangerously cold condition. That's why we've continued with the First Alert Weather Day. Temperatures currently sitting in the 20s across much of our viewing area. And we're not going to make it above freezing for today, feeling more like the teens at times. So later this afternoon, again, upper 20s, maybe low 30s, but feeling more like the upper teens. We will see the clouds clear out and some sunshine later this afternoon, but it's not going to help us much in terms of helping us warm up by any means. But we stay below freezing going into the overnight hours, and we're going to start out again in the teens. But winds are expected to calm down, so wind chill not going to play as much of a factor in tomorrow morning's temperature. But nonetheless, we're going to be in the mid-teens, that is, for the start to your Tuesday. So you're going to want to bundle up. Make sure you have the hats, gloves, the heavy jacket going out the door tomorrow. And then going into the afternoon, we are actually going to make it above freezing. So something to look forward to for tomorrow afternoon. And that will help melt anything that is left in terms of ice for us here specifically in the metro. But we aren't going to see the cooler temperatures leave anytime soon. We're going to be below freezing in the mornings, pretty much almost every morning for the rest of the week, with the exception of Friday. And then we're going to be right back down to below freezing going into this weekend. So at that point, just remember the 4 Ps, people, pets, pipes, and plants. We will warm up in the day for anything to thaw, but it's still important to drip your faucets before you head off to bed. Especially for the rest of this week with our mornings starting out in the 20s. Luckily, though, we will see a little bit of a warm up. We can get a little bit excited about the 50s on Thursday, 53 expected, but we've got more cold air setting up for this weekend. And I know some people were talking about the potential for some kind of wintry mix. It just doesn't look likely at this point. I'll show you what rain chances look like the next 7 to 10 days. Maybe an isolated shower on Friday. However, it's going to be brief, if anything, and it doesn't look to bring much. Now, I will say this is one of our long range models, and this one tends to be a little bit more aggressive when showing any kind of wintry mix. But I just wanted to show you what could potentially happen, but more than likely not going to happen going into the end of this week. This is on Friday morning. After that, going into this weekend, when that cold air really sets in, it looks to be dry for us here in Mississippi. It looks like maybe the next time we see rain will be at some point next week, but at least a little bit of a silver lining for us. We won't have to be dealing with a wintry mix again, even though we'll have cold weather going into this weekend. So a quick look from one of our sky cams. This is out in Vicksburg, where there was some ice on roadways and especially bridges going across the way. You can kind of see it there still on the trees. But yeah, I would still be cautious on roadways because look at that, temperature still in the 20s and teens. 19 in Carthage, it's only 23 in Vicksburg, 20 in Lexington and Yazoo City, 22 here in the metro. Feels like temperatures still in the single digits. We were at feeling like 0 in some places early this morning. So it just goes to show how cold it is this morning. And just an update on power outages. It's actually now over 160,000 customers without power. We'll have to update this here, but it's they are working to restore it, but that number has gone up a little bit since the beginning of this morning. So just leaving you guys with this, a look ahead for this week. Again, First Alert Weather Day continues today due to the bitter cold, staying below freezing through Tuesday morning. We'll make it above freezing tomorrow afternoon. See a little bit of a warm up into Thursday, but then it's straight back down to the 30s this weekend. And then hopefully we'll start to see more average-like conditions at some point next week. But just taking a quick look and see if you guys have any questions. Kosciuszko had a few snowflakes this morning. This is from Beverly Johnson. Yeah, we saw a few snowflakes on our sky cams earlier this morning. Obviously nothing of accumulations, but just a little something to see early this morning. Hello, Bobby. I will stay warm. I've got all of my my parka and everything ready to stay warm. But yeah, that's all I've got for you this morning. Of course, we'll have updates continuing to update you on everything we saw this past weekend in our later newscasts. So until then, have a great rest of your Monday.